Like, what's going on with y'all? I'm out here enjoying the day, the beginning of the day, and meditating, just on things that I got up here, and praying to the Lord, speaking to the Father, the Most High. And I had a lot to talk about today with the Lord today, but the Lord definitely gave me a direct message yesterday. Let me stay focused here. The Lord gave me a direct message yesterday, and you know, I'm gonna get in trouble for not telling you. I'm gonna be in trouble for not telling you. I'm gonna be guilty if I don't tell you. I'm going to be with blood on my hands if I don't warn you. Um, Part of my assignment is to make sure that I keep warning folks, to keep letting them know that the end is nigh, the end is near, and that only Yeshua can save your soul. Only Yeshua can has the keys. Only Yeshua, only Jesus, only Jesus. So I gotta say that that is a direct message from the Lord. Direct message from the Lord, because the time is quickening, and things are coming near. The things that are coming, the Lord told me that something is coming here and it's about to begin to rule. Something is coming here and it's about to begin to rule. And that something is Ephesians 6:12. I believe Ephesians 6:12. Am I right or wrong? Somebody just let me know. 'Cause I'm going off the whim. But we fight not against flesh and blood, the spiritual powers. These things are coming, they're coming, they're coming, they're coming, and they might already be here. Whatever's coming to this evil, this wickedness, um, yeah, this is the warning. Like, we got to get ready. It's not even no get ready no more. It's not even no get ready no more. It's not even get ready no more. You would have had to have been ready. You would have had to have been transformed and been on your pathway. You still can be saved though. You still can be saved, but um, another plane crashed. I don't know if y'all heard about this plane. Now, this plane was going from India to England or to London, and this plane crashed, and it was 262 people on this plane, no survivors, no survivors. And they got footage of this plane landing, and it looks like it was landing normal, right? It looks like it was just coming down the land. You know how a plane land, it just come down land, right? Man, that thing was doing that, and then next thing you know, you just see a huge mushroom cloud. And this was on Grooters. I think this was on Grooters. I think I'm saying that news channel name correctly, but this was on Grooters, and it was a plane going from India to London. 262 people died right then and there. Right then and there, their lives were gone. No survivors, they say. And so when we get to thinking about that, right? Like I told you, this is a warning from the Most High. When we get to thinking about that, right? Do you have your connection with the Lord? Do you have your salvation? Do you know the gospel? Do you know the love of Yahshua? Do you know to love your brother and sister? Do you know to love the Most High God? These things you would have had to been working on. The times are coming. I just ran into a brother the other day of the Islam faith, and you know, we were sharing with each other about life, and the Allah blessed him. Allah blessed him, and he still has his position because he said that a lot of people just got laid off at his job, and he works at a top-notch gig. You know what I mean? A career, top-notch. Up there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, okay, Allah has blessed him that he still has a job. He might got more work to do, but I said, Allah bless you because you could have been one of those, and he said, bless you for saying that. And I said, no, bro, it's just you gotta just keep being connected to God and understand that God got you when you connected. That God got you. Um, come up out of her. The Bible tells us to come out of her. And right now, I'm trying to tell you, look at LA. We talked about LA the other day. We had a big live the other day talking about LA and the solution for what's going on with the immigrants and ICE and everything. We talked about that. But these things are about to increase, right? There's the Trump, whether you agree with Trump or not, the Trump has brought destabilization even to the next level, it seems. Although he's just doing what he said he was going to do. He's doing what he said he was going to do. He said he was going to do a lot of these things. He said that he would utilize all the law enforcement, right? He said that. Um, he said that he would do those different things. So we just got to keep in mind that that's what we voted for. That's what we voted for. But the powers that are coming here to rule, I don't know who these powers are. I don't know what it is that's coming to rule, but there's something that's coming here. It's going to be the most wicked, the most evil. There's something that's coming here that's going to rule, and it's going to be, for lack of a better phrase, it's going to be a hell of a ride. And the Lord wants you to know that He told me specifically that I need to be warning every day. They need to be sending out the warnings every day, and that you need to get your life right with the Most High God, because you never know. Like I said, with the people on the airplane, you never know when it could just be snatched away that quickly. I'm sure those folks didn't know that they were going to be snatched away that quickly, and where did they go when they passed on? Where was their mindset? Was there hate in their heart? Was there envy in their heart? Was there any sin in their heart, in their mindset? You know, um, then we thought we got to shout out to those families that lost those people, because those people are gone instantaneously. And so, it's just we gotta I'm out here working on praying to the Lord right now. Um, I did say to the Lord I would do what He asked me to do, which is to warn and keep warning people. I don't know how to keep warning you. I've been saying things for a while now. I've been telling you that the Lord says it's when it comes, it's going to be rapid and it's going to be quick and fast. And if you're not prepared, if you're not understanding about people and if you're not understanding about resources, about what you should do, and there you're going to be. Trump sending in these military forces is a show of force on American society. You know what I mean? It's a show of force. It's 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 not dictator level yet, but depending on what might happen next or come down the line, you could be seeing something like that. So we got to just be really careful, because anytime, anytime now the things could really pop off. Things could really escalate. And remember, we started here. There were planes just falling out the sky. We started this year. There was planes just falling out the sky. Um, but yeah, I know this is not the most exciting live. I don't really have too much to say, but to save your soul. I mean, I guess that's a lot to say. I guess that is a lot to say. Get right with the Lord, the Most High God. He knows what your heart is. He knows what your mindset is. He knows. And in the end, Jesus will let you know whether or not, he knows you or not. So we definitely got to save our souls out here. We definitely need to save other souls, those that are required to. Um, I like to speak on prophetic words and people that are doing prophetic words. People that are calling themselves altars, of the Lord. The Lord rebukes you. Not all of you, but the Lord rebukes you. Because that is you're basically close to divination when you're doing that. You know what I mean? Because everybody, I'm just gonna leave it at that. This is what the Lord has been telling me over time, and I have to let people know. I have to warn you, like that is not cool. We're not supposed to be doing it like that. And lest we have specific visions of people or dreams about specific people, obviously we should intercede and we should let them know about whatever we seen, good or bad. But we're not supposed to just be putting prophetic words out there, and then that's it's close to divination. It's very close to divination. You know what I mean? Whether you agree with me or not, this is what the Lord is telling me. I don't necessarily all the way agree with the Lord on that, but that's what He's saying. I listen to some people that do have prophetic words. Fellow children of God, and it picks you up, but it also drops you back down. It's like getting high. It these things. The Lord is not really saying. What He's saying is that you need to be warning people, right? Because we're really in that time period. That's what the Lord is saying, and there's not going to be prosperity like people think that it's going to be. Um, there possibly might be a transfer of wealth. I haven't heard that from the Lord, but what He has told me is this is not going to be good. And I know people don't want doom and gloom. Well, I'm sorry. I am. This is the thing. Obviously, some people like this type of content, some people don't. But I've been warning people since I started my channel that the Lord has called me to be a captain, and called me to lead in time of need, whenever that time may be. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And I'm already doing what I'm supposed to be doing, supposedly, yes. Um, but I've been working on myself so that I can be right with God. I've been working on myself so I can be right with God, so that I can be closer to the Most High, so that Yahshua, Jesus Christ, will know me um, in the end, right? Because I did have a dream. I'm not going to tell the dream. Um, and yeah, Jesus did save me. So although it didn't look like a person, there was a symbol there that represented Jesus. I had to decode the symbol though. I had to decode the symbol. So yeah, Jesus saves me. The Lord thinks of me. He saves me. The ancestors have came to see me as well. Now I know that people might be like, "Oh, that's divination right there." Look, I don't control what happens in the multiverse of spirituality. When I'm in the multiverse of the spirit of the spiritual realm, I'm going for the ride in a sense. I've never been able to control that ability. It happens. So when I get there, I go there, and I'm usually on some type of adventure, some type of mission. So, this is not the most exciting live, like I said, but it's exciting that you need to save your soul and save your life and get closer to God. That's what's exciting. That's what we should be doing, especially right now. But you also enjoy yourself, enjoy your life, of course. Know that you can't take wealth with you. You can't take it with you. And a lot of the elders, as I'm noticing, is that they've built up wealth, but sharing who with who, sharing that wealth with who. Some of the wealth that they built up, they can't spend it in a lifetime. They're gonna have to pass it down. Some of them don't have nobody to pass it down to, right? So I guess when we get to talking about the exchange of wealth coming, that could possibly be what the Lord might be talking about, but I don't really know about that. I know a lot of people are saying that there's going to be a big exchange of wealth. Um, I don't know about that. What I know is that there's about to be something that's coming here that's pure, wicked, and evil, and it might already be here. I was supposed to been tell y'all. I've been telling some things. Obviously, if you really go through my content, but I'm reluctant because I don't really know how to interpret everything properly with the Lord, and it takes time. I guess really it does. You just have to kind of sit and just kind of let these things be revealed. But the Lord definitely sent me a direct message yesterday about what I'm talking to you about today, directly, like written on a piece of paper. You know what I'm saying? You can't make this stuff up. Some of this stuff you cannot make up. It is so interesting. Let's see what happens. You can't make this stuff up, dog. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. This is so crazy. Can I switch over? Look at this. I can't switch over. Look at this, everybody. You can't make this up. You see how they follow me? I just had to put that out there. You can't make this up. But anyways, the Most High God says that um you gotta save your soul. Like I said, this thing that happened just the other day with the plane, it should let you know that the thing that happened the other day with the plane should let you know that at any point in time you could be snatched away at just doing regular living life. At any point in time you could be snatched away living regular living life, and next thing you know something happens and you're gone. Are you ready? Is your saved? Is your soul saved? Did you get to where you need to get to when it comes to the Lord? Did you learn something that the Lord has been trying to teach you? Did you love somebody that the Lord told you to love? Did you forgive? There's a bunch of different things you got to work on as we walk through this matrix of life. And so I'm just telling you, this is a warning to get into your word, but get into Jesus. Get into his gospel, understand the forgiveness and how it works, understand that he wishes none of us to die, no matter what the beef or gripe is between one another, that the Lord, the Most High God, wishes none of us to die, that He looks to forgive and save us all. But there's a pathway to doing that, and so we need to carry that cross and walk down that pathway. And it's not an easy thing when you start correcting yourself. And when you go to the Lord, understand this: those who have wealth. And this might be scary because it scared the man in the Word of God when Jesus told the man, "Sell everything that you got and follow me." And the man, he was like, "Whoa, whoa, Lord, whoa." See that AFG over there, Lord? I don't know about, the Lord was like, "Well, you ain't ready to follow me then. You ain't really, you ain't really about that life because you got to get rid of everything you got." You know what I mean? You got to get rid of everything you got and follow Christ. And when you follow Christ and really follow Him, it's going to be a journey. And if you have a lot of wealth, you possibly could lose that wealth, right? Because it wasn't wealth from the Lord, right? It wasn't wealth from the Lord, number one. But number two, the Lord is going to test you to see if you with Him for the yays and the ahs, or if you could stay with Him in the ah mans and the oohs, right? This is what the Lord is telling me to tell you, and I got to do warning every day. I mean, I'm not going to make it all of my content. Obviously, I'm going to do better content that will attract more people and keep people on the live. But I also got to do what the Lord is telling me, which is that this is warning, day one of warnings, right, from the Lord, that get your life right with with the one who has the keys, Yahshua, Jesus. Do I know him perfectly? No. Do I feel funny about saying Yahshua Jesus? Sometimes, because when I reflect on my own life, I'm like, well, where are you at when I need you enough times? It goes back to the me thing, right? Um, but I know he's real though, because I've called on him. Me and him have saved a life. This is a real testimony. So people have seen it. So I know he's real. So, how to get close to him. I'm telling you, you got to find him. I go and find the Lord every day. Even where I'm at now, I had to find the Lord. Yes, I found him yesterday. I was like, all right, I'll be back. Don't move, 'cause you like to move quickly. When you move, Lord, you move quickly. So stay still for a second, because I'll be back tomorrow, because it's getting late. And I came back, he was still here. So I think, I'm glad you ain't leaving. I need you to stay in this place, Lord, so that I can get close to you and sit by you and understand that your spirit is right there. Because the Lord is everywhere, but he also likes, like us, he has special places that he resides, and you can feel that. You know what I mean? You can feel that the Lord is in this place. You feel what I'm saying? Sometimes you go somewhere and you just know that the Lord is in this place. Like the Lord is resting here. So, um, this I found another place. I said, the Lord is here. I said, He's resting right here. This is a place that I should pray, right? And give thanks. in this place to the Lord, that the Lord can see me and hear me better, that I go look for him. And here come the Cardinals confirming. Dang, man, here come the Cardinals confirming. The Cardinals follow me, dog. I'm trying to tell you, and especially when I'm in prayer meditation mode, the Cardinals just start flying around and stuff like that. I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna try not to look too deep into it. I just wanted to say that the Cardinals, they're like my guardians. You know what I mean? I see them all the time. They're always around me. Anyways, um, yeah, I mean, there's nothing much more I can say but save your soul. Like I said, the people died on the plane and they all died rapidly and instantaneously. 262 like that. And I tell you, it's probably going to give, these planes, man, dangerous. They've been just falling out the sky all year since this year started. So, I'm if anything, I'm praying for somebody that I care about that she be on planes. She works on the planes and stuff like that. So I care about this young lady. So I always pray that the Lord doesn't let her, that the Lord protects her because she's a stewardess on the plane, and I don't want her nothing to happen to her. I don't want nothing to happen to her. I like that young lady. She's really cool. She was there for me. That's all I'll say. But save your souls. Save your souls and get ready. Something's coming here or is already here and it's about to really show its, as they say, ugly head. So I'll be doing something else later that's gonna be more pop culture as far as content. But this is the Lord warning, warning. It's about to be here, it's already here, and it's about to get intense, ladies and gentlemen. You're about to see things that you never thought you'd see. You're about to see revolution pop up across not only the nations but America, and you're about to see more dangerous things that are going to come. There might be more plane crashes. There might be earthquakes or volcanoes blowing up. War could potentially break out. There's so much. The earth is so tense right now that you need to just have your life right with God so that when the time comes, the Holy Spirit will direct you on what to do. Anyways, lifestyle, child of God, peace.